How do you pick good women, fellas? Ladies, how do you pick good men? This is an age-old question. I wish I could give you a short answer, and I wish I could give you an easy answer, but I can't. However, I absolutely can give you the best answer that I can possibly give without fail. Let's analyze society for a minute. We live in an over-sexualized society to where morality has taken a plunge down into the abyss. Literally, people are hooking up with each other without even knowing each other's names, without even knowing their status, without even caring about the history, because they just want to have sex. They just want to feel good and release those emotions and those feelings and feed the lust. But what this is doing to our society, it's corroding us. It is destroying the trust that people are supposed to have in one another. And it's causing people to be afraid of giving their hearts to individuals. There are so many people who are staying single, who are opting to not get married because they don't want to get hurt. They don't want somebody to crush their heart, hurt their feelings, destroy their confidence. Because yes, this is occurring. Men are getting their feelings hurt and their hearts broken by ladies, and ladies are getting their hearts destroyed, feelings hurt, having traumatic experiences, carrying it into relationships. I think that's a big problem in itself. Those of you who have been in bad relationships already, who don't want to be alone to heal, but utilize new partners as band-aids when you haven't healed from the past. And that right there alone breeds the grounds of chaotic behavior in your new relationship. Let's talk about the subject of dating. I don't even think most of society knows what that means. It doesn't mean, let me take you home. It doesn't mean you're my boyfriend, you're my girlfriend. What it does mean is let me get to know you better. Taking the time to get to know a person inside and out. So many of you are in such a hurry to want to be in a relationship that you don't even do any digging or take any time to be thorough with the person in which you're interested in. You fear loneliness. You fear being without. So you jump head first into a situation or an entanglement, if you will, with somebody just because they look good, or they may have one quality that you like. One quality isn't enough for a successful relationship. And in order to figure out if this person is for you, ladies and gentlemen, you're gonna have to be patient. You're going to have to wait and take things slow. Now that's a term I haven't heard in a long time. Let's take it slow. I don't even think people know what that means anymore because everybody's in such a rush. You want to rush to satisfy the lust of your flesh and then end up getting burned and getting hurt and traumatized. But yet you say there are no good men and there are no good women in this world. Well, did you rush things? Did you take your time? Do you have the qualities of a good man or a good woman? I'm just saying. I'm not trying to be judgmental. It's just a question. True dating, that can be months. It could be years. How many of you actually have the discipline or the willpower to be in the presence of somebody for 6 months to a year and not have sex ladies, fellas? Or is that a deal breaker? Because if it's a deal breaker, you're not going to find a good person. But I can tell you this, if you just so happen to be able to find somebody who is willing to be abstinent for that length of time, that's a green flag. Because they're letting you know that they actually want something deeper than sex. They want something more than sex, a future. They want to build with somebody. They want to die with somebody. If you're sleeping with people a week after you've met them or a month after you've met them, it's not going to work. It's okay to meet up for coffee week by week. It's okay to go to the movies and not kiss. Hugs are okay. It's okay to meet for lunch. But every time you meet, you should be learning more and more about this person that you were interested in. Asking all the hard questions. What do you do for a living? Where do you want to be in the next 5 to 6 years? Do you want children? Where do you want to retire? What are your goals, your aspirations? Talk about the past. I know some people are uncomfortable with talking about the past, but folks, you have to know everything that there is to know about a person before you decide to engage into a relationship with them. Many dysfunctional relationships occur because people don't know each other. They have not studied each other. They just jump straight head first into intimacy. When are people going to learn that that is a surefire way to failure? When are people going to learn that if you don't exercise discipline, your relationship is not going to work out? Trust me, if you're with somebody long enough and you learn them inside and out, they learn you inside and out, and then you decide that, hey, this might be the person I want to make my boyfriend or my girlfriend, or the old school term, I want to court this person. Fellas, I want to court this lady. It makes all the difference when it comes to actually connecting with people. A lot of you are in relationships with people you have no chemistry with. You have nothing in common. You just settle. You may disagree, but you settle. To say that there are no good men, ladies, or there are no good women, fellas, is a lie. There are good men and women out here. You're not picking them. You're not taking the time to date. You're too picky. Your expectations are way too high, and you want what you want. How many of you know that if you keep going for what you want, you may never get what it is you actually need? When I picked my wife, she didn't fit any of the features, the physical features at least, that I like in a woman. She didn't. But when I got to know her, her heart spoke for itself. And the fact that she would give me her last dollar if she needed to. She would give me the shirt off of her back, the shoes off of her feet. She would sacrifice for me. And when I saw that, I was like, yeah, she's the one. Because I would do the same thing for her. I really want people, I want to see people happy. I want to see people thriving. But we can't do that unless we get back to the drawing board and stop doing what everybody else is doing, because what everybody else is doing It's not working. It's caused this all-out war between men and women. And I said this in several videos. We need each other. Men, you need ladies. Ladies, you need men. Period, point blank. Ladies, stop lying. I don't need no man. Yes, you do. You do. Fellas, I don't got time for no headache. You want a woman. Some of you have even commented on my videos. I'm going to be single forever. I don't want to deal with people. That's your right, if that's what you choose. But all I'm saying is that there are good men and good women in this world. But a lot of you just ain't being patient to see the qualities. Boundaries. A lot of you get in relationships without establishing your do's and don'ts. Letting people know, here's the line in the sand. If you cross it, you're out. You compromise. You put your head down. Maybe they'll change. Maybe they'll come around. No. And you should lay that down in the beginning of the relationship. If you lay it down in the beginning, the person will either get with it or they'll get gone. If they leave, you dodge the bullet. If they stay and agree to your boundaries, then, hey, something might work. And I know what you're thinking, especially you ladies. You're like, guys will say anything to get into your pants. Is this true? Yes. All guys? No. You want me to tell you how you prevent that from happening? Ladies, establish your boundaries, put your foot down, and do not fall into temptation. I don't care how horny you are. I don't care how long it's been. You tell that man, no. I said what I said in the beginning. And if you don't like it, which I thought you did in the beginning because you agreed to it, there's the door. And if they leave, guess what? You dodged the bullet. But you're gonna have to practice some self-control. You're gonna have to put those boundaries into place. And this goes for you too, guys. Don't let a woman walk all over you. If you're a man and respect is very important to you, you establish that during your dating phase. Okay? And if they agree to it, great. But if they start to waver from that, once you're together, get out. Some of you just stay with people way too long. You let them mentally beat the crap out of you before you decide to leave. You let them drag you up and down the street emotionally before you decide to leave. Black eye, oh, maybe he'll change. He ain't gonna change. Or fellas, I ain't got no money no more, man. She keep on shopping, you taking all my money. She ain't gonna change, bro. Stop waiting until you are like an inch from death and 1 foot to the grave before you get out of these situations. You wouldn't feel so bitter about the opposite sex if you would get out of the situations early. Now look, all of you may be like, bro, you're not dating now. You're married. You don't know what's going on out here. You're wrong. I do know what's going on out here. I got plenty of friends out here that are dating or that come to me with their situations and we talk. I got eyes and I got ears. I peep game. Y'all think I ain't been out in these streets before I got married? Are you kidding me? I would love to see more people not get their hearts broken and see more families thriving. That's one of the things, one of the driving points I want to make on this channel is that I am 100% pro-family, pro-marriage, all of that. I want to see people grow and stop this divisiveness, stop this war and this fighting each other. Some of you need to heal. You need time before you decide to enter relationships. I say before you even consider dating somebody, if you got trauma in the past, you need to deal with that. You need to get therapy. You need to spend some time by yourself. Stop being afraid of being by yourself. How could you heal if you're always with somebody? How can you heal if you're going from relationship to relationship? How can you heal? You can't. There's no way you can heal. But if you're by yourself, you can do it. And when you feel like you qualify to get back on the dating scene, then you go ahead and do that. But take the steps I just gave you, the advice that I just gave you, and be patient and be civil and learn people before you decide to get deeper into that end of the pool with them. And if you do get into that end of the pool with them, make sure everything that you've discussed during your dating phase is in stone. There are good men out here. There are good ladies out here. Pick them right. Be responsible.